And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On first down, gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, they run. It's Gurley. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Past the 20. 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Gone. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Rams.
Hey, bud, 180. Okay, just value three.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The tackle there by John Johnson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun.
Quit talking about it and bravo. Mike 5-4.
Express.
Mike 5-4. Switch up.
49. Hey. Check 49.
From the 16, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Cam's going to run the option right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton. 28 yards, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
We go tonight. 180.
Check, 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 check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Steps away, and that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Again, Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Eric Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted all day, baby. Let's get this.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
8. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't see.
From the gun, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43.
Watch the pass.
Newton on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
20. 20.
Tight ends on the loosey. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 24 is the mic.
Stay with your man. 8.
Throwing again. Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And some room to roam now. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 55 yards. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game 1.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Carolina getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the end.
McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's Goff. And it'll be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go, D. Double time. Hey! Hey. 4 down. Check. Fresno.
From the end zone, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go.
58, come on. So we got man.
8. Gun.
They will start the drive with Scarlett. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
8. Shoot.
Watch out.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's gone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Goff now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2 for 66. 5.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we're at halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
20.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike, 58, right there. What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the out.
Now a give here to Scarlett. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters was in a practice session when he's at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throw complete right side to Cooks. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go.
Out of the gun. Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 63 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Check. Watch 54.
Gun.
You remember me? What's wrong? Mike,
now Newton on 1st down. This is intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
We go tonight. 120.
Number 53, Mike 53.
On first down, it's Gurley. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run with Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Tonight. 180.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our check. 53. Check.
A shotgun snap for Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K'Wan Short picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going up.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Gano for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. 5 yards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Panthers take over
Ready?
first and 10 at the
20.
45-yard line.
8.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got to...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 18 on the play. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Goff finding Cooks on a big play, 45 yards. And that's complete to Cooks. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing again is gone. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
58's the money. 58's the money.
8.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
He's coming.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Newton now to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Switch.
Gun. Express.
Check 31.
20.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Slam.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football, incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Goff now to throw. And Woods has it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now it's gone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On second down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Panthers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Wide, get wide. Hey, alert 3. 8.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the front line.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be